What's up guys, I'm back with another video. I'm super excited about this one because today I'm going to be speaking about a topic that will help self-confidence, self-esteem, and how to create more meaningful and organic relationships. And the topic is how to stop putting people up on pedestals and idolizing them. Now, I think the first concept that we really need to grasp as humans is that we are all here for a purpose, a different purpose, and we all have different life paths, but we're here for a mission. And we all have value just for being on this earth. So no one is better or worse than us. And when we have understood this, we have a harder time putting people up on pedestals and overvaluing them and undervaluing ourselves. Because when you overvalue someone, you're usually coming from a place of lack. And that means you're undervaluing your capacities and yourself as a person. So it's important to understand, number one, that all humans have flaws and qualities and flaws, and no one is exempt from flaws, because that's just not realistic and that's just not the truth. Human beings are very intricate and interesting, but no one is perfect, or we're all imperfectly perfect, whatever that word means, because it doesn't really mean anything. Number two, people are only as good as the image you paint of them in your mind, right? Especially when you don't know people, we have this tendency, especially in romantic relationships or in friendships, to depict a perfect picture of people. And that is to take out all of their flaws and to bump up all of their qualities that we perceive in them. We don't even know if they have those qualities, but we just imagine that they do. And then this is a very dangerous thing to do, because what happens is that this can lead to usually disappointment, resentment, a non-genuine connection. The reason why it can lead to disappointment is because no one should have to live up to a picture perfect image that you've depicted of this person. That's just not fair. And it's just not realistic. If you really want to create genuine connections with people, you have to come from a place of compassion, understanding, and truth, right? And if you're caught up in this cloud nine rose-colored glass, which tends to happen at the beginning of romantic relationships, that's why they call it the honeymoon phase. It's really important to, though, keep a level head, keep being level-headed and keeping your feet on the ground and really getting to know this person for what they actually are and what they're presenting to you in facts and form, and not in ideas that are creating in your head. So stop entertaining the image and just get to know the person that you have in front of you. And that will lead to more genuine connections, less expectations, and more understanding and compassion and acceptance of who the person actually is. Also, number three, you should never overvalue people based on what they look like from the outside, because you can have a great person, but then if they don't treat you properly, or they turn out to not have very good values, then again, you'll be disappointed. And at the end of the day, they're only as good as the way they're treating you. So it's really important to keep that in mind, that you never give too much power, too much value to someone that hasn't earned it, right? And it's not even a question of earning, it's just to base yourself on facts. And when you have this picture perfect idea in your head and you're entertaining it, your judgment and your mind just gets clouded, and that can lead to a lot of disappointment and sadness. So there you go. It's important to keep a very level head and just to evaluate facts for what they are in front of you. And that's easier said than done, but it's important to have this mindset of giving people the fair chance of getting to, showing who they actually are, and not come with preconceived notions of how they're supposed to be and how they're going to act and behave, because that's just not fair. And that's just not the truth, and you will most likely be disappointed. Number four, it's important to have good role models, but that doesn't mean that you become someone else. As long as you have good role models that inspire you to be a better version of yourself, that's great. But once you want to become someone else, that tends to be a dangerous path. And I think that usually affects people that really, don't know who they are or what they want, and that's okay. But it's important to bring yourself back to reality, understanding like who you are and what you want to be, what you don't want to be, what you don't want in your life, and things will be merry from there here on out. And number 5, when you idolize people, it tends to come from a place of lack and that other people have more than you do. So again, it's a comparison game, and that's usually breeds envy and jealousy, and that's just not good for your self-esteem in general, because again, we're all different, but we all have the same value as people because we're all on this earth for a purpose. So think about coming from a place of abundance, putting yourself in a mindset. It's not toxic positivity, because I know this is like a trend, but it's really understanding that we all have something to offer, and we need to sort of shift our minds on focusing on what we have to offer instead of what we're lacking. And once we understand that concept, then we're going to have better relationships, better relationship with ourselves, because we're going to be more compassionate, more understanding, and we're not going to create like things that don't exist, and we're then in turn going to be more understanding and more compassionate of other people. So that's it for today. I probably will have a second part to this video. I'm not 100% sure yet, but if you have any questions, comments, ideas that you want to throw out, please comment on the section down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, never mind. And if you want to see more videos, more content like this, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.